Well, friends, how are you doing? Day 1224. I hope you're doing amazing on this Monday night. Just coming in. I just want to share with you a reel that I saw today. And it was actually Jim Carrey sharing his thoughts on the difference between sadness and depression. And so he basically talked about how sadness is basically happens from happenstance. So, it's from something that happens to you or what didn't happen to you. And so for me, that basically translates to something that happens to you and it's how you feel in the moment. However, he said depression or being depressed is your body saying F you. Let's see, it says F you. It says, I don't want to be this character anymore. I don't want to hold up this avatar that you've created in this world for me. And it's too much for your body to handle. And then he goes on to actually talk about, so being depressed, he breaks it up into two words, deep rest. And so what does that mean? It means that your body needs to be depressed because it needs to have a deep rest. It needs to actually be able to have deep rest from the character or the avatar you're actually trying to play. So for me, I'm like, oh, deep rest. Okay, so sometimes being depressed, it may be a sign or a signal or a message to your body, to you, saying that you need maybe to reprioritize some of your things in your life, including yourself. And so maybe be the body asking, why am I here? What's the point of life, in my life? What's my purpose? Or it might be maybe you're the people pleaser, and you need to be the strong type. And so you've been doing for so long. Maybe it's because you thought you had to, and so you're playing a certain character. Or maybe you went through something, you have PTSD. Who knows? It could be a number of things that can cause depression or cause someone to be depressed. Another simple thing can be maybe you're working a job that doesn't speak to your soul. Maybe it's a job that you're doing just because you have to pay the bills, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but you know that something's missing. You know that's not where you're actually supposed to be at in your life. And again, there could be a number of things that can cause depression. So if you are depressed or have been or what have you, I'm not saying this is the only thing. I'm just sharing you some thoughts on what I heard from Jim Carrey. Because there could be chemical imbalances or a number of other factors, okay? So I'm not discounting any of that. Sometimes I think, people, they hear one side and then they want to throw in other stuff. Like, well, if you're having a conversation, it might be a different story. But when you're hearing somebody share something, it's only maybe one point to try to create and put in there. And so, but what's the key? What if you're depressed? What can you do? Well, I think step number one is take care of yourself. Have a self-care routine. Maybe do some yoga, meditation, working out, eating well, eating healthier, stretching. Do something that's good for you. Being around positive people that lift you up, encourage you. Maybe go to a retreat. Or maybe going to a personal growth seminar might help. Who knows? Everyone's different. Maybe you need a counselor or a therapist. Maybe you need professional help. Again, it depends on what you've gone through that has gotten you to the point of depression. Or maybe you just need a friend, a trusted friend or a confidant. Music, nature. What brings you joy? Dancing? I don't know. But hopefully you know. And the last thing I'll say with my thoughts is that maybe you're saying, I don't want to do this anymore. And you just want to know if it will go away. I'm saying, if you're at a point where you're depressed or what have you, maybe that's what you're saying to yourself. It's like, man, I've been playing this character for so long, and I just want to know, when will it actually end? And at the end of the day, one thing we all need to keep going is hope. As long as we can see a light at the end of the tunnel, even a glimmer of hope, a small ember, that's all we really need to keep going. And at the end of the day, you just gotta go 1-0 each day. Just gotta get through today, make it to tomorrow. My belief, the answer is never to end your life. Because there's always solutions. And another thing is, everything in this life is temporary. Your feeling of depression is temporary. Your feeling of sadness is temporary. Even feelings of joy is temporary. Everything in this life is temporary. And so if you can detach yourself, if you will, from the emotions in the moment and just understand, oh, okay, well, this feeling will eventually pass. You might have to take some steps to help get past it, but in time, it will pass. Everything will pass. And so that is my message to you, my friends. We all go through things in this life. And another thing is, I hope that you choose to be kind to everyone, because we just don't know what a person may be going through in their life. Maybe they just lost a loved one. Maybe they just got fired from their dream job. Maybe they just got divorced. We don't know. And we don't know each person's capacity to overcome trauma or a life-changing event in their life. We're all different. We're all human beings. And, if we can, show a little bit more love and compassion and empathy and understanding and patience, then, we can all help each other get through. Right? We're all going to go through something difficult in our life at some point. Wouldn't you like to have someone there to help you so that you don't feel alone, to help support you? I know I would. So let's try to be that example. All right, friends? Anyways, again, if you're sad, then just know that, it's probably just in the moment. If you're depressed, then, obviously that's a longer time frame when it comes to having that feeling. But, hopefully something that I shared may help you, give you a little different perspective that you might have not thought about. Or maybe you need professional help, and I would definitely encourage you to go do that. All right? Anyways, still a deeper subject today, but, I just share in hopes that it'll help somebody. Hope you're doing amazing, my friends, because life is a gift. That's my belief, and I love you all. Bye.